Welcome back, everybody. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at Apocalyptica End of Me featuring Gavin Rossdale. This was recommended by one of my viewers by the name of Daria Universe. Thank you for your recommendation. I have heard some Apocalyptica songs before, so I'm not entirely new to the band. In fact, I think I mentioned one of my other videos that before COVID, I was actually supposed to go see Apocalyptica and Lacuna Coil perform in Houston. So it would have been my first time seeing them live, but of course, because of COVID, concerts got canceled, hasn't been rescheduled yet. So I don't know if I've lost out on my chance to see them yet, but I will definitely be trying to catch them perform. I have seen Lacuna Coil many times. They're one of my favorite bands. So today, as I said, we're going to be looking at The End of Me featuring Gavin Rossdale, which anyone who's been listening to rock music for a while know that he was the former frontman for Bush. He also had a little solo career, performed with a few other bands, delved into acting a little bit. So we'll start as we always do by pulling up Apocalyptica's Wikipedia page and giving it a look through and see what we can find. Alrighty, so we have their Wikipedia page pulled up, and this will make my third Finnish band that I've done a video for, with the first one being Poets of the Fall, and the second one being Amorphous, so now Apocalyptica. So as you can see here, they formed in Helsinki in 1993. Anyone who's listened to Apocalyptica will know they're all cellists. I'm not even going to try to pronounce some of these names because I will totally butcher the pronunciations. So see here they started out as a classical style Metallica tribute band. They did a lot of orchestral covers of some Metallica songs. Where was it at here? Some Sepultura, Pantera, Faith No More. Now I think right around in here is when I first heard of them. I believe was, I'd have to look at their total history, but I definitely remember hearing this song here with Adam Gautier of formerly of 3 Days Grace, now of Saint Sonia. So that song there hit number 1 on the Billboard Rock chart, making it the first Finnish band to top the U.S. charts, which is a pretty big deal. At least here in the U.S., it's a big deal. See, they did. Here's the one we're going to be looking at today, End of Me featuring Gavin Rossdale, who was formerly of Bush, as we previously said earlier. Let's see what else we got in here. Well, I know her as Lacey Sturm, but of Flyleaf. I've heard some Flyleaf from back in the day. Brent Smith from Shinedown. Of course, can't listen to rock music without knowing who Shinedown is. Cuts into here's their current members here. See, they've had 2 consistent members throughout their history. Currently have these 4 guys right here. I'm going to try to at least pronunciate the first names. I guess it's Ika, Pavo, Perta, and Miko. Down here we've got their discography. Those all their studio albums, which here's the tribute album here, 1996. See, I think Worlds Collide, I think this is when I first heard of them. So I may be a little late to the show on Apocalyptica. Now we're going to get the lyrics page pulled up, which fortunately this video I was able to find it on AZ Lyrics, which I like better much other than the other website I had to look for the nightclub song that I did previously. So we'll get that pulled up and we will be right back. And we are back. See, we got the lyrics page here pulled up. My smiling face in the top right hand corner. We'll be playing the video in the bottom right hand corner. And where we can read along with the lyrics. Pause the video occasionally, give our thoughts, our typical modus operandi. So let's get the video started and see what we think. Definitely starting out heavy. Nice little groove. Typically when songs get kind of, I don't want to use the term wordy, but as you can see by reading the lyrics, a lot of the songs, the lyrics are a little more concise. But this one here uses the lyrics to create more imagery. So, rosaries left under the mattress of the memories who could bear witness. It's like the last video I did for a nightclub, that candy coated suicide, was about, in my opinion, it was more like being in a bad relationship and wondering if you're the problem and why are you still here, but you're still struggling through it. This seems to be kind of the same thing, where this love is going to be the end of me. Everything I gave is wasted. I'm the one who suffocated. It's, I kind of get that same feel from it. That you're in a it's almost like being involved in a narcissistic relationship. So let's scroll the lyrics down a little bit where we'll go back and we'll see if we can catch part of this last few lines here. Pause it right there. They actually use the term narcissist in the song, so that kind of leads me to believe we're kind of on the right track to begin with. Being involved in a narcissistic relationship is, it just weighs on your soul. I've been in, not to go get too personal, but I've been in a couple of bad relationships over the years, and sitting there thinking, somehow a narcissist has a way to turn it around on you, make it look like you're the problem, you're the issue, and it's not their behavior and their actions, that it's you. In all reality, it's them. They're just projecting that back onto you and trying to bring them up while pushing you down. It's not really a 50-50 relationship. It's like a 90-10, and they keep wanting to suck that 90 out of you, because they're just not a complete person unless they can keep you down. But that's enough about the psychology of narcissism. let's get back to the lyrics they're using here. Sitting here reading through the last part after just a narcissist trapped in a wreckage, and the sympathy I had gone is deadened by the ceremony. Drama queen, stand behind your rampart as your kingdom falls. That definitely goes back onto the stage of classic narcissism. They project that on you, then they stand behind that rampart and be like, hey, you're the problem. Nothing to see here, nothing inside these walls. So it's, but you can tell, if you've listened to Bush and then you listen to this song, you can definitely tell that Gavin's a singer for both. He may be getting up there in years a little bit, but the man can still sing. Let's back it up a little bit and continue on. Like I said before, I've heard Apocalyptica before, and the instrumental breakdowns are always nice. They do a very good job of mixing the cellos and everything in with, the guitars and the drums, and give it a good, just overall sound that's really pleasant on the ears. Let's back up just a little bit right before Mr. Gavin starts singing, and we'll continue from there. Wow. That's probably the shortest lines in the whole song, and probably some of the deepest. Your rescue, my undo. I'm not the one to save you. I'm empty completely. I'm drowning in your shadow. Being in one of those type of relationships, you thinking you can rescue this person from themselves is your own undoing. And I'm empty complete. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's instead of a 50-50 relationship, it's constantly a 90-10. And at 90, it's just going to suck that last 10% out of you, so you just have nothing left to give. You just empty. You're worn down, and you can, even when out in public, you can look and see some couples out there, and you can almost see that something's not right here. Especially if it's someone that you knew from elementary school or high school, that you knew they were a real personable person, outgoing, and all that stuff, and all of a sudden you see them 15 years later, and they're just meek and quiet like a church mouse. Something has taken that vibrant personality and just emptied it, and just left a shell there. That's one of the things I always say. If you're going to get involved in a relationship, it cannot be 80-20, 70. It's got to be a 50-50. And there's always going to be some give and take. One day it's going to be 60-40, and the next day it's going to be 40-60. But you always got to keep that balance. If one person is always taking and never giving back, pretty soon that person that's always doing the giving is going to be empty and have nothing left to give. and just gonna be an empty shell of themselves. So let's back it up just a little bit and continue with the video. Definitely some imagery in this video, kind of what I was talking about as well. Wow. You know, that imagery towards the end pretty much spoke directly to a lot of what I was talking about what I was kind of getting out of this song. You know, in this line, I don't know if y'all can see my mouse pointer here, but this line towards the end, nothing left but misery. A lot of times that's exactly what's left. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe, like button, turn on the notifications. Until next time, everybody.